Hi folks, this video is about some resources on how to create full works cited pages. So we'll be going over some formatting techniques and then as well as some other resources that can help you create um, some of your works cited pages a little bit easier. So let's start off with just some general formatting things. So right here, I've got a sample works cited page where what I have is just a list of all of my citation information, source by source. Each one has its own line. So the couple things to make sure that you're noting is everything is left aligned. It's not center aligned. It's left aligned except for the works cited page. That'll be center aligned. Um, and then everything is going to be double spaced as well. So Control A selects everything and double space it. And then we're going to do what's called a hanging indent. And there's two ways to do this. So first way is highlight all of your source citations, and then we're going to grab this little triangle and pull it into 1/2 inch, so 0.5. And then we're going to grab the short little rectangle on top and pull that back to 0. And you're going to see that makes it really easy to see where one source ends and the next begins. Other way we can do it is format, align and indent, indentation options. Go ahead and select hanging indent and apply it that way, which is great. And then we've got to make sure things are in alphabetical order. So R does not come before H. So I'm actually going to grab that, put it down here at the bottom. And I do want you to notice that there is no spaces between any of these. It's all just line after line after line. That's one thing to remember about MLA formatting is there's no extra spaces anywhere, ever, except for making the works cited on its own separate page at the end of your document. All right, so some things to help you create some of these citations. First one that I'll show you is called Purdue Owl. If you just type in Purdue, OWL, it takes you to Purdue's online writing lab. And this is kind of the pinnacle of MLA citation information. If you're trying to figure out anything about how to cite a source, look at Purdue Owl. It explains what each one of these things are. It has how you format basic in-text citations. It has pages on electronic sources for different types of online sources. So you can take a look through here and kind of use these as models for your own citations. If you're ever stuck and you're like, I'm not quite sure how to fit this into the overall criteria of the 9 pieces, look at Purdue Owl. The next thing you can use is what's called the citation creator in Google Docs. Now, maybe you've used a citation creator like EasyBib or Citation Machine. What I'm going to really recommend is that you use this citation tool in Google. So if you go Tools, Citations, I can kind of show you how this is created. So I'm going to add a citation source. I'm going to select a website. We're going to use this music website, this Healthline study. So this is the website that we are going to be citing. And you can see what Google does is it scrubs that web page and looks for everything that might be a publisher, or that might be a date or an author, and it tries to find things. Remember, this is just a machine doing this, so it may not find everything. So you always have to double check these automatic citation creators. So I'm going to click continue here, and then I'm going to add anything that it misses. Because if I'm looking at this, we do have an author, Crystal Rapol. So I'm going to add that in here. And we also have a contributor. So we've got this guy, Alex Klein, Doctor of Psychology. So contributor, Alex Klein. Take a look at anything else that we're missing. We got the title, we got the website. Take a look to see if we have a different publisher. It says Healthline Media. It's basically the same as Healthline. So if your container and your publisher are the same, you don't have to repeat it. It's redundant. We've got our URL, we got the data accessed here, everything there. And I can click add that citation source, which is awesome. And this is really handy because at the end, what happens is, say if I didn't have any of these in here, I could click, once I have all my citations built into my citation generator, I can click insert works cited, and it's just going to automatically create a works cited page that is in alphabetical order, that has the works cited at the top, that has hanging indents, and that has all the relevant information that you need. So this is, I think, the easiest way to create a full works cited page, but you do have to be checking each source as you're punching it into the citation generator. The other thing that you might want to do is if you're doing resources, getting resources from our online databases, which we haven't practiced with yet, but we will. So say I'm doing a research project on standardized tests, and I'm using one of our research databases, EBSCO Explora, which we'll learn about, and I find this article, Leaving Tests Behind, that was published in Time magazine. I don't have to go through and find piece by piece all the citation information. Anything that's found on a research database has a citation generator. So over here on the right-hand side, there's always going to be like a little cite button. On different research databases. It might look a little different or be found at different places. And then I have to choose which format I'm using. So I'm going to use this MLA format because that's what we're using. And I can literally just copy this and paste it in the correct place. So it's an E, so I'm going to paste it in here. And notice if I just paste it regularly, it has this like grayed box over it. So what I can do is right click or click with 2 fingers and then paste without formatting. And all I have to do is italicize that Time magazine. Boom, there we go. All right, I think that about covers it. Holler at me if you have any questions about formatting or using some of these citation generation tools. Good luck, folks.